You can get to Catalina Island from Newport Beach by taking a ferry, which takes about an hour to an hour and a half. The ride over was pretty easy. We took some naps, and before we knew it, we were pulling up to the island. We'd have about a mile to walk over to where we were going to free dive from the shore. This particular area is where I guess what was once supposed to be a casino and is now a theater, but you just walk along the path there and you really just put your gear on at the seawall and go down through some steps and you're in the water. It didn't take more than probably about 15 to 20 yards before we got down to 30 feet, and then it dropped pretty quickly after that. Both Lainey and Joe were wearing wetsuits, and I started out in just my swimsuit. The water was about 70 degrees, and I didn't mind it. Maybe it's all the ice baths, but I just didn't feel like putting on the wetsuit and the belt and all that kind of stuff. But jumped right in, plenty to see. This little area, I guess, is where a lot of people are learning to scuba dive, and it's also just like a protected marine area, so no boats can come in here. So it's a pretty popular spot for people to snorkel right off the shore. But like I said, you can get down to 25, 30 feet right away. There's these like buoys with chains that go all the way to the bottom, so it's pretty easy to hold on to one of them and navigate your way down. These big kelp forest things are always so amazing to me. The one thing I will say about this particular trip, and for the last few years Joe and I have gone free diving, I've usually been pretty scared that like a great white is going to eat me. And so when we went to like Crystal Cove, we had to swim off the shore, I don't know, at least 100 yards or so. So I felt pretty vulnerable being out that far away from the shore. But in this particular situation, you're pretty close to shore. I was totally at ease. This is probably the most peaceful I'd been free diving on the west coast, and just love those big kelp leaves or stems. So I definitely enjoyed Catalina Island and free diving a little bit more than going off of the beach. Thanks Joe for the idea to go here, and I would highly recommend this to anybody. This was a pretty interesting situation. A bunch of fish. I don't know if one of the dive crew threw some chum in or what was going on, but it was a little bit of a feeding frenzy. So hope you enjoy the video. It's a little bit different. Definitely had a good time with Lainey and Joe, and I look forward to going back to Catalina Island in the future.